Hello, one and all. This is WellArmedWithTacos, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. The words "brand new" being the operative words there, as this is technically the newest game I have ever played on my channel. This is the closest I've ever gotten to playing a game freshly upon release, which is weird because it's Blood. I will have already talked a little bit about this in the Let's Play reveal trailer. I would have talked a little bit about that, and mostly why I'm starting it this week rather than waiting for the next week after Doom like I normally do. As always, I'm recording the gameplay first. I'm recording my first two videos because that way I know if this is even going to work before I waste my time doing the introduction video. So, this is Let's Play Blood. Specifically, Let's Play Blood Fresh Supply, which is the Studio Night Dive recently released re-release of the original Blood. Blood is a game that is very, very near to my heart. It is my undisputed favorite in the 3D Realms Holy Trinity. It's between this, Duke Nukem 3D, and Shadow Warrior. Blood is my favorite, which is ironic because those of you that know me know that I've always had an issue with horror, and Blood is definitely a horror game. It is horror. It is scary. It is creepy and nightmarish. The big difference being, Blood was produced a very, very, very long time ago, and by today's modern graphical standings, it is not scary at all. The same way that when Doom was released, Doom was considered to be quite scary, intentionally so. Things like the monster closets were supposed to scare you. They don't really scare you. They can startle you these days, but they don't really scare you anymore because we've seen better horror. Blood suffers from that, and to me it's a benefit. I could not play if they had remodernized this game with brand new graphics. I couldn't play it. I think it would just be simply too scary for me. I can't handle horror, but I love Blood, and I love Blood for all of the other reasons that make it not horror. We'll be going into that as we play. Unfortunately, one of the things about Blood, Blood is considered to be the hardest in the Holy Trinity. I would disagree with that. I would say Shadow Warrior is harder than Blood, and originally I was going to do Shadow Warrior before I recorded Blood. As a matter of fact, I bought Shadow Warrior, the Redux version of it, just recently, so I could do that instead of doing Blood, because I've played Blood much more recently, and thus it stands out in my memory. But we're doing Blood first because Shadow Warrior wouldn't record. So for that reason, Blood is getting its time in the limelight a little sooner. But I should be able to make it through the game without my memory being quite so fresh. I've played through Duke Nukem. I think I did that Let's Play after my most recent playthrough of Blood. So shouldn't be that big of a deal, I hope. But it might become a problem. Something else that might become a problem, and is one of the reasons why I wanted to do Shadow Warrior first instead of doing Blood Fresh Supply. Fresh Supply, as I said, is new. As a result of that, it is being updated pretty much once a week, if not once every 2 weeks. It's getting constant updates. Meaning, throughout the course of this Let's Play, things could drastically change. Enemy AI could drastically change. The power of some weapons could drastically change. Map layouts could theoretically drastically change if someone is exploiting a glitch or a bug or something along those lines. What most importantly could change could be the save file. One of the nice things about this game is I could load to any level that I need to load to in order to continue a Let's Play. Of course, that would be without any armor, weapons, or equipment, or anything else I had picked up in the prior levels before, but it is something I could do. But we are in a situation now where the likelihood of a patch being released that makes my save files disappear is possible. It is entirely possible. I'm not going to say likely, but it is a possibility that we have to be concerned about. So, without further ado, let's hit New Game. I believe I have already altered all of the controls to where I want them to be. we're going to do the very first episode, The Way of All Flesh. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes here with user maps involved. We are not going to be doing the user maps. No thank you. The Way of All Flesh, the first episode. Difficulty, still kicking, pink on the inside, lightly broiled, well done, extra crispy, and made to order. We are going to be doing well done. It is just above, say, like the medium difficulty. It's typically the kind of difficulty I would play one of these games at. We could do lightly broiled, but we are going to do well done. Remember, blood is difficult. I did say that. So there's going to be a lot of saving and loading in these videos. A lot of saving and loading. This is going to throw us into the cutscene, which we are going to skip. After we skip the cutscene, you all are going to hear one of the most famous lines of dialogue in all of history, in the gaming history, and one of my favorites as well.
I live again.
Indeed you do, Caleb. You live again. Welcome to Blood. Specifically, of course, the newer enhanced version of it. I don't think the original had the free mouse look game. Can't quite remember. It's been a while. I remember that secret. All we have right now is a pitchfork and the TNT that I just picked up. Ooh, that menu reticule is actually new. I guarantee you that's new. I have never seen that before. There's a body here. I don't think there's a secret there. Dead person. How much TNT did it give us? 5. I'm not sure I like that. I'm going to have to get used to it. Thing is, we need to figure out, I actually didn't look to what the quick save function is. We're going to go ahead and mark this as save 1. This is where we'll find out if there's any issues saving. Hello? Oh. Apparently that worked. It just took a long time. We should still be recording. Let me see if I can find this quick save function. I'm not sure if you all can still hear me. I'm going to wait for it to snap back. F5 is quick save. Immediate problem. Saving causes the game to freeze up like that. I'll have to look into that if I intend to do this as a Let's Play. We are about to face our first enemies. I believe using a TNT stick is justified. I don't even know if I hit them. Gonna have to get used to using TNT again. These are zombies. Normally, they would have said something when I first made it pop up. That is a heart. It is a healing source. As I've said, and will say again, blood is merciless. One of the things about blood being merciless is even the enemies drop health because the game knows you're going to need it, and we will. If this guy were to hit us, he'll take off just about 30 hit points, which is a lot. More than you'd expect from an imp or something like that. This guy could kill us right now. Just about did. I did not expect him to launch TNT through the fence. He then killed himself. We're gonna go pick up that heart now. Ow! We are already 50% dead. The very first level, and we already have enemies strong enough to hurl TNT at us. Blood does not mess around. We are about to pick up our first official weapon. The TNT was a hidden secret. The flare gun. We have 9 shots. We need to make all of them count. Not against zombies. Although against 3 of them it might be justified. Gonna have to be careful how I path around these guys. Episode 1 in Blood is by far the worst of them because it's the most introductory, and as a result they give you the least to work with. Blood does not have a traditional standard weapon like Doom does with the shotgun. everything about Blood is a lot more situational. I'm going to do another quick save here. I'm sorry about having to do this. Again, I don't even know if you can hear me when it pauses like this. The fraps counter up at the top of the screen, assuming you can hear me right now, does not turn yellow, which tells me we're still recording, but the whole game just suddenly stops like this. But I do need to be quick saving for my own survival. That guy blew himself up. I forgot he was there. We took minimal damage from his shot. He did shoot us. Those guys that were throwing TNT, they're also armed with machine guns. That's what I expected them to try to pick me out through the gate. I played around just a little bit in this just to see if it would even work on the computer before I even tried running it with fraps. I mean, when it comes to computer software, there's 1,000 things that can go wrong.
It's stuck.
Indeed it is, Caleb. Indeed it is. We can pick up some TNT here.
It's stuck.
I don't think throwing TNT will get that open. I don't think so. When we open this door, we could die. This door here. We could die. Because there's going to be a bad guy on the other end of it, and he could just kill us. Where is he? He's going to be around the corner. There he is. Oh, that's a vase. This is not the enemies it's supposed to be there. That is what the flare gun does. The more flares you fire at an opponent, the faster it'll take effect, and I got cornered there. Lost some health. I told you, Blood does not mess around. Can't do anything with those vases. It was worth a try. The best thing we can do against these guys is use our flare guns and just back up. Because it will kill them. It'll take a hot minute. We are at 6 hit points. A stray shot took us out. That's what you can expect. Welcome to Blood, kids. Well, the good news is the quick load function doesn't take nearly as long. Let's start using this TNT to save ourselves some time. We need to save at least one of it. We need to save as much of that flare ammo as I can, because it is currently our only decent weapon against those cultist enemies. The ones with the TNT explosives and Tommy guns. Apparently, when we killed him that way, we looted his sawed-off. Welcome to the sawed-off! This is the sawed-off double-barreled shotgun. It is the closest thing to a best friend we are going to have in this game. Fascinating. Let's draw these guys out. Pop them with flares. At least one of them with a flare. When enemies set on fire, they will run towards you. Obviously, if the Burning Man touches you, that's bad for you. You don't want that. So don't get touched. I was hoping for a heart. You might be wondering, perchance, why our character consumes hearts. Well, you can figure that one out for yourself. Judge it by the glowing red eyes in the cutscene at the beginning of the game and the introduction video that you would have saw in my reveal trailer. I hope you can hear me during these bits there. Right, let's try this again. I think that was some enemy-friendly fire there. I could use the sawed-off against these guys. I admit that is a possibility. But I only have 8 shots. I'm not really intended to have a sawed-off shotgun yet. I don't know how I got lucky and looted one. Now we're gonna switch to it. There's a heart. I heard somebody get mad. I don't see him though. Definitely not a good thing when they can see me, but I can't see them. Spookiness levels rising. Pick up some TNT there. We could jump into there. We could play the piano. Try to mess around with all this stuff to try to find secrets. I don't remember where all the secrets are. Don't claim to. Unfortunately, I really want to save again. Come on. Okay. Problem taken care of. Nope. They'll do that. Sometimes they will get back up. Okay? Fine. Oh dear. Or should I say, oh rats. I'm gonna lose a fair bit of health here. There is an ideal weapon for dealing with swarms of rats, and I don't have it. Got some flares for our time. Kick that around. Flares will help. Light switch. Completely functional. Blood dripping from the ceiling. It's always a good sign. Cracked tombstone there. Implies exactly what you think it implies. Getting us our first bit of armor. This will help us not die quite as violently. We'll run around and wait for that flare to take effect. Or not. Eating two for you. Sometimes that happens. Obviously, you can't defeat every enemy in the game just by shooting flares at them. That would not be very well thought out. We could shoot two at them and expedite this process. And we will. Don't walk into the fire. Fire bad. The lights here work, just not all that well. When you use things like TNT, there's a gauge for it. Hello, little ones. Ugh. There was one more. I don't know where it went, but we got some fire armor, which will protect us, obviously enough, from a little bit of fire damage. Got some shotgun shells. We're now sitting at 7 rounds for that. And we have this door here. So I've been through all this, and I haven't explained to any of you why I think Blood is so good. I've basically just trashed it since the start by saying it was horror and everything. Why do I think Blood is good? Simple. We have a pitchfork as our melee weapon. That is very unique. The first time I played Blood, the idea of having a pitchfork as a melee weapon fascinated me because it's never been done before as far as I knew. Your pistol is a flare gun. It is a single shot pistol that sets people on fire. The game has a double-barreled shotgun. The game has TNT as its grenade weapon. Basically, the roster of weapons that you get in Blood is my favorite roster of weapons in video game history. Just about. I think Serious Sam might be ultimately like #1, but boy, does this game come as close as it can possibly get. There's valuables in here somewhere, I just don't remember where they are. We'll worry about that next time. Thank you all for watching. This is WellArmedWithTacos signing off, and at least these 2 videos will be hitting YouTube. We're going to have to figure out something to do about those saves, though. I'll see you all later. This is WellArmedWithTacos signing off. Take care, and bye-bye.